Don't let the name fool you. Orange Village, Ohio might be one of the most underrated luxury communities in Greater Cleveland. But there is a catch, and if you don't know what it is, you could seriously regret buying here. From $1 million estates to one-of-a-kind lifestyle perks, I'm gonna break down everything in this map tour, including the secrets most buyers miss. What's up, guys? Anthony Esposito with eXp Realty, your local expert right here in the Cleveland, Ohio area. And if you're interested in Orange Village itself, or one of the other spectacular communities in Northeast Ohio, I'd be happy to help you out. I have people just like you reaching out to me every single week, having them help buy and sell real estate. Contact me directly here or go in the description below. Use one of the links I have listed there. So without further ado, let's hop over to the computer and see exactly what Orange Village is all about. Okay, Orange, Ohio. Here we are right down in this area, and it is just south of Pepper Pike, just east of Beechwood, Highland Hills area, and then just west of Moreland Hills. Now, as you see, Cleveland sitting right over in this vicinity. It is about 25 to 30 minute commute. However, it is extremely easy of a commute. So if you are working at one of the hospitals that we have, if you are working at, for one of the pro sports teams, Browns, Guardians, Cavs, whatever. If you're working at Key Tower, whatever your situation is, if you are working downtown, you are about to have a super easy drive to get in, because 271 is right by the heart of Orange. As we zoom in here, you can get a better layout of Orange itself. There's the lines, the outlines of it. There you see 271. And you got a couple different options here. So as we get in closer, you have Pine Tree Road, which is right there. There's your on-ramp to 271. Sorry about that. And then you have Harvard Road, which runs right through the heart of Orange itself. There's another ramp, and it's just super easy to get around. And even if you're on the southern part of Orange itself, it's very easy to commute through. You just go right up Brainerd, and then you hit into Emory. Emory connects over if you want to get further down over into, going through Warrensville Heights. But you could shoot straight up and take it to Harvard, and there you go. And then it is also close to Chagrin Boulevard, which that is another main road going through, which we will get into this area here shortly. But it's very quick access, very easy of a commute, and quite honestly, it's rare to find a luxury style suburb that is quiet and peaceful, but also has the closeness to Cleveland itself and the ease to get to Cleveland. Now, as we take a look at different homes throughout Orange itself, this is going to vary a little bit because, a recent sale was around $260,000. Now, I will let you know that is a complete fixer-upper because, people get surprised here thinking of Orange when they even learn about it. There's a lot of people that don't even know about Orange, Ohio itself, but the median home price is right around $600,000. Again, you could find stuff that's cheaper, but that $268,000 house, that is going to be a fixer-upper. And then you could also find stuff that reaches up into like $1.5 million range. But it is more so of a luxury style community. It's higher price end. Again, that $600,000 price tag is the median price for Orange, Ohio. So you do have one nice area here that I do want to show you. Let me get to it. There it is right there. Newer community built by Pulte, the Lakes of Orange. They're doing a tremendous job. And if you've caught any of my previous videos, if not, I do builder incentives every single month, and builders have some amazing incentives going on. And it's just it's wild what they're actually doing. Let's get back. So we have the outline here, but you do have Lakes of Orange, brand new community that is being built in Orange itself. And then as we go, and let's take a look down Brainerd here. Let's grab the little guy just so you can kind of see what the road it looks like itself. See, and you're going to find your older style homes that are sitting down here. Distella, or Distillata, sorry, dropping off some water. And then as we continue onward, let's see here. Let's go up a little bit of ways past Jackson, get a nice clear view. More trees. There we go. And you can kind of see like the smaller ranch homes that are sitting throughout here. So, you don't have to be, filthy rich to live here. But these homes are going to carry a higher price tag than, some other areas around, because it's all location based. And as we get up here, let's go to right at the intersection of Harvard. Beautiful intersection. That's like I said, that's the main road that runs through the heart of Orange itself. And then as we get a little bit closer, to the border, there is what that's looking like. Now, let's exit out of this. And I want to take you over right here to Waterford Court, because you're going to see the difference in homes. There we go. And then you have your larger style homes. There's a nice large colonial that's sitting right there at the end of a cul-de-sac. That one's tucked away. Some nice, tree coverage that's going through there. And I will also show you in a moment what some of the active listings are that are on the MLS right now. I mean, there's a very large home that is tucked away. Waterford is a very quiet street because it is a dead end, in privacy. That's one thing that I do love about it, is the landscaping throughout the city itself looks really, really good. But, different homes all around. These aren't cookie cutter homes that are in here. Obviously, with the Pulte development, it's a chain builder. You're going to see, only a few select models throughout there. But some of these older style homes, and they're not even old, you're going to get a different variety that is throughout Orange. And then for some of the more expensive homes as well, because those are expensive. Don't get me wrong. Zoom out, get down there a little bit quicker as we go over to Lake Placid. In here is where you're really going to find your $1.5 million home, into those $1 million ranges. As you see, there is, as of right now, September of 24, when this was taken, empty, opened up. Why is that? I'll show you. Because it's a developing neighborhood. But here are the homes that are sitting back here. Newer style homes. It's going to be your higher price tags that are throughout Orange. And the whole neighborhood is super nice. Now, they are close to the street. They are close to one another. So if that's not your style, that's okay. You just look into a different area that has you completely covered. But that's just some of the homes that I wanted to showcase, at least on the map itself. Now, as I go into, I'm going to show you the MLS here. Here's a brand new home built by Pulte, just over $1 million. Where you're getting 3,600 square feet, 4 beds, 3.5 baths. Another one, like I said, Lake Placid. This is all part of Pulte with the Lakes of Orange that they are building through there. But then again, you have on Jackson Drive, there's just a standard house. It's nothing, it looks good. I personally don't like the color, but it's nothing like super extravagant. and you could still see the price tag right there at $915. Another new home. Here's one, basic colonial. I like the color scheme. I'm not a fan of shutters personally, but again, there's right around that median price, $609,000, 2,400 square feet, 4 beds, 2.5 baths is what you're getting. So that's just some of the active listings that are happening throughout Orange right now. And this one is one of the cheapest, sitting at $400,000, a little over $400,000. But I mean, look at the space that you're getting. You're getting a lot of land, peaceful. You can see the pictures were taken a while ago. And then just to see the inside, yeah, needs a little bit of updating. The floors look like they were freshly polished, but it's not in terrible condition. But you can kind of see what you get for that price point in Orange right now. And obviously it's sitting for 114 days. So quite honestly, this could be a deal waiting to happen with how long it's been sitting on the market. Now, let's get back to our map, because I also want to show you, and of course we got to go into the schools. Now for the schools, because this is a township, we have to actually adventure outside of Orange. So if we go here, punch in Orange schools, you are going to see they all pop up over here because they share schools with Moreland Hills. Now, their high school, you know, it is for not even the high school, the school itself, it's for families. This district, it constantly ranks in the higher ends of like education. It is a smaller district, so you're definitely not going to get lost in the crowd at all throughout here. And the average class size is roughly around 18 students right now. They got a graduation rate of 96%, which, you know, it's high. No school really has a perfect graduation rate. There is Google map of the school itself. And, you know, the student to teacher ratio, that's always a big thing too, because you don't want to have a bunch of students piled in with one teacher. It gets a little more chaotic. Theirs is 12-1, which is fantastic. And Orange is one of those areas where people stay here because of the school district itself. And, you know, that's just a little bit more pictures for you, but it always ranks pretty high. And there's a lot of people that talk highly of it. Obviously, if you want to look more into it, I would suggest just going on to niche.com, and they will give you a rundown of the school itself with all their grades that they end up having. Okay, I can't drop my guy when you're popping up over here. What is that? It's because I'm sitting on the school district. So we're going to close that because I want it to show you. They didn't bring the Google Maps throughout there. But it is in the back area of that whole vicinity. That's where the school district is all located, which is, again, it's right by Orange itself. Let's go back and highlight the city just so you see it. So you're right there. You're all throughout this area. Moreland Elementary is right there. It's right on the border. So you hit Harvard and you can come up this street and connect to all the school systems. Very easy to get to. Now for like your lifestyle of things, we got to talk about that because that's always something that people want to know is what's going on. And Orange definitely doesn't play around. One nice thing, the big hot spot is coming through Pinecrest. It's like their little, it's like a mini city within a city. They got, you know, Whole Foods, Shake Shack, there's Silver Spot Cinema, bunch of different stuff throughout the area that you can check out. There's Shake Shack right there. And it's like 5 minutes. It's a few minutes to get to, which is fantastic no matter where you're at in the city of where you're living. But this is why I say it's kind of like a mini city in itself, because just driving through, it's just this very nice shopping center, town, like is kind of what you want to call it. And they did a tremendous job with the whole thing. And the fact that it is so close makes this a huge, huge attraction. And we'll just take a nice little trip around a couple areas, just check out some stuff. There's Sephora, as you see right there. For all you makeup ladies, Club Pilates, UPS truck, in case you were wondering. But super nice, a little playground area, say hello. That's just, going down just the little streets here. And there's Shake Shack. Let's get a little towards the center. Come on, move a little bit. There we go. And you can kind of see how it's laid out. And it's, like I said, it's super nice in the area. Tons of stuff to do. It looks like a Chipotle sitting in the back. Oh, no, a Capitol. It kind of looked like a Chipotle was sitting right there. But, on the flip side of things, if you're into like the outdoor peace, quiet, things of that sort, there is also a nice, gorgeous park that is in the vicinity, which is on the complete opposite end. So let's scroll out. And there it is right there, Orange Village Park. And you have a field that's sitting right there. Let's get our guy. Start right here on Elmer White Drive. And again, you're just, it's all within minutes. In itself. I did not tell you to go right there. No, stop it. And maybe they didn't travel back into that area. But a nice little park area. You can kind of see the district that they have, the fire departments in that vicinity. But I mean, they have, walking trails, dog park, all kinds of stuff that you could end up doing. And if you are a big time golfer, again, Orange has you covered. If you travel up towards the northern eastern part, Beachmont Country Club, sitting right there in your backyard. This is like an elite suburban living, like without that sort of attitude, in a sense. But beautiful community, beautiful country club that they have for you. You can see it's highly rated, and we'll just click on the website really quick, just so you can kind of see the greens that they have. Great country club that is out there, and it's literally in your backyard. And I mean, how many places can you honestly say you have like a 2-minute drive to a country club? Maybe a 5-minute drive if you're on the southern part of it. So everything that they have, you just got to keep in mind, like, you're not just buying a home here. Like, you are choosing a lifestyle that gives you nature, it gives you luxury, and it gives you location towards, the main city, which you can't really beat that. And the price points, they're not crazy amount of like home prices, because if you go to Moreland Hills, Pepper Pike, Hunting Valley, Gates Mills, I have another video where those 4 cities alone, those are some of the most expensive places to live in Northeast Ohio, and Hunting Valley is home to the most expensive home that is for sale currently. Super expensive areas. This one, cheaper price tag compared to the other ones. Bentleyville is the 5th one that's on there, but I do have a video on those 5 homes that surround Orange that are the most expensive in Northeast Ohio. Orange gets you the same capability for less money, which is fantastic. But before you get super excited about Orange, it's not for everyone. And this is what most buyers tend to miss when they do go into this area. If you're looking for walkability, like Ohio City, for instance, or Lakewood, or you want to be close to any sort of nightlife, Orange is not going to check these boxes. And then you also have, some homes, they sit on large wooded lots, which is amazing for privacy. But if you want more tight-knit neighborhood and kind of the sidewalks, you're limited to the location. Lakes of Orange, they got you covered. So if you want the sidewalks in a tight-knit community, Pulte Homes has you covered. And if that's something you're interested in, just let me know, because I have a close relationship with a lot of reps at Pulte Homes, and this is one of them. And, we can go through this process, because if you didn't know about building, the builder reps, they are not representing you, they're representing the buyer. So they'll play nice and act like your friend, but they're not going to try and negotiate in any way, shape, or form in your benefit. So you do have those aspects. And then the price point, again, the median is $600,000. So you're going to be spending more money than a lot of other places. So you're getting higher price points, but it's going to be something that you're paying for the quality with the schools, the city itself. There's that trade-off, but you are going to pay more. And then the average lot size is around 1.2 acres, outside of, obviously Lakes of Orange with Pulte. So if you're looking for a smaller lot, you really have to be picky. And because it is a smaller community, you are going to have less choices. Orange Village, Ohio. What did you think? Drop a comment down below and let me know. And if you're even remotely interested in moving to Orange Village or one of the great communities in the area, I'm happy to help you out. Contact me directly here or go in the description below. Use one of the links I have listed there. If you enjoyed this map tour, be sure to smash the like button. It's greatly appreciated. And as always, if you haven't already or you're new to my channel, click subscribe, turn notifications on so you can stay up to date on the future videos I got coming your way.